afternoon. Okay, so what I want to make sure before I get started with the live is I want to make sure I can see your comments. And I'm trying to see how I can do this. Okay, I think that might work. Can you guys see me? Hi, how can you miss me? I'm so beautiful. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. So, if you can see me and if you can hear me, um, comment for me or say something. Not say something. What am I saying? Comment. Type something and let me make sure. I want to make sure that you can. Uh, I can see your comments. Okay. So I am going to wait to. I see someone. Hop on. Um, so how's everybody doing this evening? Or should I say this afternoon? So I ran across some information doing my research because I'm always researching stuff and I'm trying to always find out, how things are and what they do and things of that nature and how things work. I guess that comes from my background of being, in the interior design business because I'm always trying to, figure out and measure and, figure out how things work. And also my digital graphics design background. So and I've been trying to figure out, okay, so you know that I'm sure you've seen all of the videos and the testimonies all over social media, especially Facebook, about the super patches. Okay. And I have gotten, and I'm just going to say this, a lot of resistance. And I'm thinking, why would someone not want to feel better? Now, I understand and I get it, especially if you are of a certain age, such as myself. Hey, Janet. Hey, I can see the video. Excuse me, I can see your comment. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Wonderful leader. So, yeah, Janet, so I'm talking about how people are so resistant to the super patches. And I've been running across that quite a bit. And I thought, okay, let me just see why people are just not receptive. There's so many people that are, especially if you got pain or anything else going on. So, like I said, by my background being interior design and digital graphics designer, I'm always looking and searching and figure out what what people need, what they like. And I came across some information. This is more like a guide. And I thought it might be really helpful to people to kind of change their mindset about these phenomenal patches that we call devices, these medical devices that are registered with the FDA as medical devices. I'm just don't understand. I mean, and so I thought, okay, let me see if I can find something that would help me to understand and then I can help people to understand. So I ran across this information and it was why they don't want to feel better. I know. I don't understand. Y'all have heard my testimony. Y'all know my testimony about the bone on bone arthritis in both knees and in my back, the sciatic nerve that a problem that I had, and the neuropathy in my feet because I'm a diabetic and I have high blood pressure. But really and truly, after wearing the patches, I don't have issues anymore, and I don't, and I can honestly say I do not. So like Miss Janet said, why wouldn't anybody want to feel better naturally? Why would you want to just have brain fog and clog your body and your mind with substances? Okay, so again, I found this information and I'm just going to read it Um, and please feel free to comment. So it says why pills, powders, and programs fail, and what actually helps the body reset naturally. Guys, this is going to put so much in perspective. I'm hoping for those that are just have tunnel vision, you know, and I would say it would be, the older generation, such as myself. I'll actually be 62 on the 1st of February, even though I know I don't look it, but But anyway, so I think it's a lot of our older generation, but again, I hope this will help. Okay, I'm gonna try and make this less than 10 minutes. So what I found is a drug-free perspective on pain, stress, weight struggles. Okay, a lot of us know about that, and burnout. Okay, so it says most people don't fail at wellness. They're just using solutions. We all know what those solutions are that fight the body instead of supporting it. Okay, so what I'm going to try to explain in this guide that I found, why traditional approaches stop working. Okay, what your body is really asking for, and we don't listen to our bodies, which is why some of us have chronic issues. I didn't listen to my body when I was young because I thought I was the it and was nothing gonna happen to me. But my mom used to say, just keep on living. May she rest in peace. Yeah, I found out what she was talking about. And also how healing begins when the nervous system feels safe. Okay, this is simple, natural, and guys, this is no pressure. Okay, I felt like I needed to say this. All right, so again, this is a simple drug-free perspective on pain, stress, weight struggles, and burnout. Okay, so if pills, powders, and program truly worked long term, you wouldn't still be searching. Yet millions of people continue to struggle with chronic pain, stress and anxiety, poor sleep and fatigue, weight and brain fog and burnout. Okay, this isn't because people are lazy, weak, or undisciplined. It's because the nervous system is overwhelmed. Imagine that. It's overwhelmed. Okay, the root issue most solutions miss. Y'all know what solutions is all that stuff that you put in your body. Um, Pain, stress, anxiety, fatigue, and weight resistance are not separate problems. They are signals, okay? Signals that the body has been stuck in fight or flight mode for too long. When the nervous system stays in survival mode, get this, guys, the body prioritizes protection over healing. Inflammation increases, hormones become dysregulated. Okay, recovery is extremely slow. Progress feels impossible. Has anybody ever experienced that? Most solutions try to override this system instead of supporting it. Okay, so far so good. Okay, why pills often fail? Pills don't heal, they interrupt signals. Okay, the signal I'm talking about is the signal between your body and your brain. Okay, um, your brain is supposed to be like literally the head, and your body is supposed to respond to your brain. But all these illnesses and chronic illnesses, it's all turned around. Your body is overriding what your brain is supposed to tell your body. Okay. Also, okay, so pills don't heal, they interrupt signals. Um, they may mask pain instead of addressing its source, numb symptoms without restoring balance, create side effects or dependency. We've all experienced that at some point. Lose effectiveness over time. When the nervous system isn't addressed, the body never exists The body never exits survival mode, even if the symptoms temporarily quiet down. Okay, just keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, check this out. Why powders and supplements often fail. This just blew me away. Supplements can only work if the body is calm enough to receive and use them. Okay, did you hear that? Calm enough. Our peace patch. Calm. Okay. Um, Supplements can only work if the body is calm enough to receive and use them. Under chronic stress, digestion slows, nutrient absorption decreases, cortisol interferes with healing, inflammation remain high. Um, you can take all the right things and still see no change if the nervous system isn't if the nervous system is overloaded. And that's what's happening. Our nervous system is overloaded, so you just are experiencing this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, and then it's my mom used to say, it's just you unwrap it and you rewrap it and you wrap it again and you unwrap it, and then it's just a big mess. Okay, why programs, diets, and willpower fail? Okay, most programs demand more from a body that's already exhausted. Okay, so when you're going into a new program, I guess that's why they say do the detox, do this, get your body right, get your mind right. Yeah, no. So most programs demand more from the body that's already exhausted. Restrictive diets increase stress. Intense workouts drain the nervous system. Okay. Rigid routines trigger resistance and burnout. The body doesn't respond to force, it responds to safety and support. Okay, that's why we have our victory patch and we have our liberty patch, because um, there are a lot of people that do the intense workouts, but the patches are designed to help people with these intense workout, not to stress you out, not to just be so overwhelmed, not to be out of breath. Just gives you the strength and the endurance that you need if you want to do an intense workout. Okay, so what actually helps the body reset naturally? Okay, we get into the good stuff. Okay, hold on just a second. Did I read this? Okay, I did. Okay, true healing begins. So sorry about that. True healing begins when the nervous system feels safe. Okay, when the brain receives calming, organizing signals, the body can self-regulate. Pain perception may decrease, stress responses soften, sleep and focus, REM and focus improve, energy becomes more consistent, weight resistant often eases. This isn't about forcing change, it's about allowing the body to do what it was designed to do. Okay, our bodies are not doing what it's designed to do because we got too much crap going on in our bodies. I'm just being real. Okay, this is more educational. Just being real. So bear with me. Um, the missing piece in most wellness approaches. Healing doesn't come from adding more pills, powders, or pressure. It comes from restoring communication between the brain and the body. You hear that? Restoring um, communication between the brain and the body. That's what our super patches devices do. Okay, they reconnect the body to the brain so the brain can aid the body in feeling better. I'm not saying we're not making any medical claims, but the brain tells the body what to do. The body, right? If you having chronic issues, the body is telling the brain what to do. Um, okay, the most effective solutions work with the nervous system, are drug-free and non-invasive. You guys hear that? We're describing our super patches. Support the body's natural self optimization. When this connection is supported, many people finally experience real shifts, not because they were fixed, but because their body was finally able to respond. Okay? Um, if this made sense to you, trust that instinct. Okay, am I getting my point across? Okay, I'm trying very, what's the word, diplomatically to help people to understand how um, our patches working. So I thought I'd come in through the side gate rather than dive right in. Okay, let me continue this. Let me go ahead and finish because I'm in. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm trying to wrap this up. Hopefully 20 minutes. Okay. Um, where was I? When this connection is supported, okay, so the last thing I said, the most effective solutions work with the nervous system, are drug free and non invasive, supports the body's natural self optimization. When this connection is supported, many people finally experience real shifts, not because they were fixed, but because their body was finally able to respond. If this made sense to you, trust that instinct. If you're curious about a drug-free nervous system based approach that many people are using to support pain, stress, and overall wellness, uh, just continue to listen. Your body isn't broken, guys. It's it's asking to be supported differently, a different kind of support. Okay. Um. Okay. So I think that was restricted days and free stress. Blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to make sure I got the point across. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish. Um, what actually helps the body reset naturally? Okay, I think I went over that on my pages are all jumbled up, but nevertheless, I'm gonna say this last thing. Um, there is another approach, okay, one that works with the nervous system instead against it. Some drug free wellness devices are assigned to our drug free devices are designed to support the brain, body communication, encourage nervous system balance, help the body self regulate naturally. They don't force change like chemicals and pills and stimulants and trying to force the body to respond. They don't add ingredients, okay, because our patches are no drugs, no stimulants, no ingredients, no chemicals, non-evasive, hyperallergenic. I mean, it goes on and on. And I guess you're wondering how a patch does that, and I'm going to explain that. They don't add ingredients. They don't override symptoms. They simply support the body's own ability to respond. That's all we're trying to do. That's why we are currently patching. We're just patching. And when I started, I was talking about there was so much resistance from everyone. Excuse me, guys. There was so much resistance, and I thought maybe if I, did this live and people would actually, listen to it, they can get a better understanding of what we're trying to do. We're just trying to help change the quality of people's lives. That's all we're trying to do. Um, I know what it did for me. I've seen it do for other people. I mean, live and in person. And I know how fast the patches work. Um, it depends on the person. They can work immediately, and sometimes it may take a few minutes. All we are asking, if you give it time, give it at least 30 days. Um, and the patches last 24 hours, sometimes longer than that. But if you feel like you need to change your patches every 2 days, then change your patches. They're water resistant. Um, they they do what the properties of the patches. They do what they say they're going to do. So let me say this, and then I'll be finished. For many people, this is the missing piece, and the missing piece is the support, the brain body communication, to encourage the nervous system balance, help people to self-regulate naturally. um, so for many people, this is the missing piece, not because something fixed them, but because their body finally felt supported enough to shift. Okay, so again, your brain controls your body, and if that connection is just broken, severed, um, the body's gonna do what the body's gonna do. Okay, so what our patches do, what they're designed to do with the little ridges that are on the patches, and once it applies to the skin, it sends that neurological signal, okay, to your brain, um, to tell the brain, oh, let me shift, let me see how I can make this pain feel better, how I can give this person a little joy, or help them, give them more clarity, help them with this pain, make them a little stronger, balance their body, okay, help them to sleep a little better, um, help someone that's going through some hormonal changes, or um, just help the body feel better, function better. Okay, so if you're curious, okay, and what I said has resonated with you, and if you'd like to explore a drug-free, non-invasive, okay, just making that clear, wellness option, okay, which are our super patches, or wellness options based on nervous system support. That's all this is, okay. That's why we can say it's drug free, it's chemical free, it's ingredient free, it's this, it's that, because you're not putting anything, you're not swallowing anything, you're not mixing any powders, um, you're not got to take this pill in 4 hours, take this powder, mix this powder and take it every 3 hours, got to take this so you won't have side effects from this. Our patches do none of that, okay. And I need you to understand, okay, that, so sorry about that, should have put that on vibrate, um to understand that all we're trying to do is help change the quality of somebody's life. So reply, if you would, to reply, reset, because that's all this is. You are resetting your brain, you're reprogramming your brain to work with your body, to tell your body, okay, now it's time, that I, get your muscles working. And also remember this, if you've had chronic problems for a long time, this is not going to happen overnight. The patches are not going to automatically go, oh, if I'm paralyzed, um, let me just get right up out of this chair. No, what the patches do, it helps stimulates the body, the muscles, so you can have that movement, over a period of time. The more chronic it is, the longer you would want to wear your patches. But nevertheless, again, this is no pressure. This is just some information and a good conversation. So reach out to me. You could text me. You could text reset at 470-428-1534, or go ahead and just comment reset in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you want me to send you this guide, it's in a PDF form. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. Excuse me, so you can read it and kind of absorb it, put it in the back of your mind. Um, so I just thought this was some good information, and I wanted to share that with you. And thank you guys so very much for taking the time to listen. Been on here about 20 minutes. I was promised I was going to do 10, but you know, I get so passionate and emotional about the patches because I see every day what these patches do for people. Nevertheless, and what they do for me. Nevertheless, you guys have a fantastic afternoon, and reach out. Reach out. You can private message me. Like I said, you can comment. You can text me. Again, my number is 470-428-1534. And I'll be more than happy to send you this guide so you can just kind of go over it yourself. Because I don't know about you, but it makes sense. Okay? It makes a whole lot of sense. And when I read it, I thought, okay, so that's going to help me help somebody even more. All right? All right, guys. Again, have a good evening and God bless.